Hi everyone, this is Surojit yet again. In the last session, we saw a part of JChem for Office Excel plugin, or rather, we can call it JChem for Excel plugins functionality, where we can do a substructure search and hit highlighting within the Excel document only. In the previous sessions, we have also seen how we can use the JChem for Office Word plugin to dynamically convert name to structure, calculate physical chemical properties, and import SD file all from within the Word document itself. In today's session, we of this series, we are going to talk about how we are going to do a SAR analysis, right? So I have an SD file imported. I will go to the R group decomposition, and in this case, I can double click here and draw the core or the scaffold and the R groups where I want the R group decomposition to happen. Or if I have already drawn it, I can just import it here, right? So for example, in my case, I have it here. I will import it, and you can see these are where the R groups will be decomposed. Now, for example, if I want to do a SAR analysis along with the R group decomposition, what I can do is I can just click on this option, generate SAR table only. So in that case, once I click on that, it will try to understand how many R groups are there. So R1, R2 and R3. Then accordingly, I can do it R1 versus R2 or R1 versus R3 or R2 versus R3, however I want the combination to be. Here I can select which is the column or which is the property that I would want to be plotted in the SAR table. So let's say, for example, in my case, I would want this log K or W to be used, right? Then I go to next. There are a lot of options. How do you want to match the query items or the attachment symbols and things like that? I will not change any of these options, and I'll go to next, and then I'll click on run. So now what it will do is it will decompose my molecules based on the scaffold and the R group that we have put. It has started decomposing the molecules now, and then it will slowly and steadily plot the R group table. Now, apart from that, what we will do is we will quickly use the default Excel functionality of conditional formatting to get a very good look and understandable feature list or table for our R group decomposition. So now you can see it has plotted the table. Now what I can do is I can very quickly select all of these, and I will just try to see more and more data in this case. So you can see now I can see the entire table. What I can do is I can select this entire part, go to home, conditional formatting, and let's say I will use the color scales and I'll plot it here. So now you can see very well, you can very well understand the trends, the data that you have plotted here. In your case, you might have multiple values around also, but in my case, I had a one-dimensional data in terms of every structure had just one associated data. That's why I'm getting just one. So from this, you can very well understand these are the ones that are falling into a particular range, whereas these combinations are falling into a different range. Now, if I want something like, for example, I can copy this part and I can go to a PowerPoint presentation and I can paste it, right? So in case if you want to do that, that also is possible. Thank you for attending today's session. I'll again get back to you with some more exciting features.